CD Projekt Red has officially announced that The Witcher 4, or at least a new Witcher game, is in development. The Witcher 4 is going to happen eventually, with developer CD Projekt Red officially confirming that fact in multiple interviews over the years. But what we don't know is whether it'll actually be called The Witcher 4, or how it'll continue the series' narratives. For now, we'll just have to keep binge-watching the Netflix series and reading the Dandelion fanfiction, but here's everything we know so far about the next installment of one of the best RPGs. With The Witcher 3 opens in new tab, developer CD Projekt Red created a glorious, huge and utterly explorable fantasy world that told tales players will be talking about for years to come, including talk of unicorn sex. It took the Witcher series to a height of success it had never seen before, making its scarred, white-haired hero Geralt a bit of a star. We all love the way CD Projekt Red deals with DLC too. For Witcher 3, one of the best RPG games, opens in new tab of all time. It gave us 16 free downloadable content packages with the 10-hour expansion, Hearts of Stone, in October 2015, and then the beefier second expansion, Blood and Wine, in May 2016. Once you lock yourself into The Witcher 3's world, it is incredibly easy to just stay there. The latest gossip is direct from CD Projekt Red president Adam Kaczynski, who said in March 2020 to a group of journalists via Eurogamer Poland that a relatively clear concept has already been staked down for the next entry in the Witcher series, but that full production would kick off immediately after Cyberpunk 2077 hits the shelves. That's on top of official CD Projekt Red forum moderator Donata Poplawska recently confirmed that, as far as the strategy of the CD Projekt Capital Group for 2016-2021 is concerned, its plans to release the second AAA game by 2021 remain unchanged. We are currently focusing on the production and promotion of Cyberpunk 2077, so we do not want to comment on further projects. That smells like The Witcher 4 to me, and some time before 2021. While developer CD Projekt Red hasn't outright confirmed that there will ever be a Witcher 4, it certainly hasn't been ruled out completely. As we've explored above, the team isn't averse to talking about the idea of another Witcher game, and it's getting more interesting after CD Projekt, the parent company of developer CD Projekt Red, signed a deal with Witcher books author Andrzej Sapkowski to further solidify their relationship. We've always admired Mr. Andrzej Sapkowski's works, a great inspiration for the team here at CD Projekt Red, says Adam Kaczynski, president and joint CEO, CD Projekt. I believe today marks a new stage in our continued relationship. But talking about a new Witcher game isn't a new thing. In an interview with Eurogamer back in May 2016, CD Projekt Red co-founder, Marcin Iwinski, said the team didn't have anything planned when it came to the next Witcher game. As we said before, never say never, but right now it's really Blood and Wine. This is the end. Blood and Wine is the closing, and there won't be any Witcher anytime soon, if there ever will be one. But back in December 2015, CD Projekt Red CEO, Adam Kaczynski seemed more definite that this is a series the developer would be reluctant to leave behind. It's too early to talk about it, but it's not like we're forgetting about this brand. But fast forward to March 2017 and CD Projekt Red's investor call was much more illuminating on the topic of The Witcher 4, or at least another Witcher game. The Witcher was designed as a trilogy, and a trilogy cannot have a fourth part, said Marcin Iwinski. We like this world a lot. We invested 15 years of our lives in it and a lot of money. So, we'll think about making a new Witcher game at some point. But please consider us as rational people. We sometimes have weird ideas, but overall our thinking is very rational. We have full rights to the Witcher games. They are ours. We have invested enormous funds into promoting it, and it's a very strong brand. The team is currently working on Cyberpunk 2077, which is due out sometime after 2017. But CD Projekt Red is also working on another game scheduled for release sometime between 2017 and 2021. That's mysteriously described as a AAA RPG title, but according to Iwinski, although Witcher fits that description perfectly, you probably shouldn't get your hopes up. If you play The Witcher 3 through to conclusion, then you'll know that it does round off the series in quite a closed manner. The base game has over 40 different ending variations, but whatever happens, it's very much the end of Geralt's story. Whether you get one of the good endings or the bad one where Ciri snuffs it, Geralt's story sees him riding off into the sunset, either destined to roam the land as a witcher until his last days, retiring to Kovir with Triss, or going off with Yennefer to a place away from the politics and the noise. I think good stories must have an ending, said Jakub Zamalek, senior writer, in an interview back in 2015 with IGN. You cannot extend them indefinitely, and we felt that Geralt has had such an amazing adventure, and his saga is already so long and complex that this seemed like a good point to think about an appropriate finale for the story. Whatever ending you get, Geralt is facing the rest of his days in retirement. In The Witcher 3, he's already an older man, so there's no way he could be the face of a potential Witcher 4. He's just not got the stamina. And of course, the same can be said for Ciri, mostly because if you lose her at the end of The Witcher 3, it's not going to make much sense continuity-wise for those gamers to have her as the protagonist for the next game. That's something that the developers have backed up too. Speaking to Polygon opens in new tab during a tech demo back in 2013, executive producer John Mamay said that The Witcher 3 was Geralt's last story, but that wouldn't stop him from a cameo or two in the future. We are not killing the world and walking away from it, but we will definitely want to make this game the finale in a big way, said Mamias. We might even include Geralt in later games potentially. We just need to talk about it and figure out what we're going to do next. If we were to see The Witcher 4 land on our PC or consoles in the next few years, decade, there's definitely scope to have a fresh face lead us there. No doubt we'll be playing as another Witcher, although it could be that part of The Witcher 4 is having to go through the trial of the grasses, the incredibly painful test that young apprentices have to survive through in order to become a Witcher. It's how they get their signature cat-like eyes, and other enhanced skills. It would certainly be a lot of new ground to cover, especially seeing that new Witcher trying to carve a name for themselves in those early years, particularly in the shadow of Geralt and Ciri. So you want to know about the new The Witcher game? CD Projekt Red confirmed the existence of a new game in the Witcher series in a press release in March 2022. For lack of a better term, we're going to call it The Witcher 4 for now, but either way there has been a few morsels of information shared as part of the announcement. That's everything we know about The Witcher 4 and the new Witcher game's release date. While you wait, you can check out some other great RPG games available other than The Witcher 3. Get involved in the conversation by commenting below. As always, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon for notification of my new videos.